Legality and morality are also two different things. You know, a guy has hungry kids and he doesn't have money and he steals from a shop to feed his hungry kids. We see that both from moral lens and legal lens. From moral lens, he has duty towards his kids to feed them. From legal lens, he stole. Right? Two different things. Which one would you go for? Very difficult to say, right? Unless you are put in that situation. So there are many such grey areas in life we run into as we grow. Now, as a student, looking at everything with an idealistic lens, I think you may be disappointed, but till you grow up, you will find out yourself. When you face such situations, what are you going to do? You think, suppose you clear IIT or some other exam, competitive exam, in a way, you are depriving someone else from that seat or from that admission, and you don't go there. Suppose you get selected into IIT and you don't get admitted, so you actually deprive someone, isn't it? But if it happens to you, what are you going to do? Right? You get selected in a company, but you don't join. What are you going to do? So there are many such areas in life, I think, where there's a thin line, and I am not saying that you should be unethical, immoral, but look at other perspective also. And once you begin to look at that, I think then you will have better understanding. They say there are two sides to the coin, right?
Interesting. So talking about entrepreneurship again and students, you mentioned that you worked for 10 years in a company before starting a venture of your own. Do you think experience plays a big role? Because there's a recent trend that students are taking dropouts or starting entrepreneurial journeys right after their colleges. What are their advantages and disadvantages you feel?
I remember when I went to US, those days they used to say the average age of CEO is 50-55. And 10 years later, 10 years I worked, and then I did my first startup. I was 34-35, and the average age of CEO used to be 40, they say, right? I was first CEO at 35. I'm beyond 55, I'm still CEO, but now the average age of CEO is, in startups is 25 or even less, right? So I think it's a good trend. It's a very good trend. I like it because it only means that the industry in general is rewarding the skill rather than the age, rather than the experience.